Hi, my name is Ian, and I am from the Educativa school. A recent study found out that 400 million tons of plastic waste is produced annually, and only the 9% is successfully recycled. We are destroying the ecosystem and producing the fast climate change, so we need to stop it for our future children and for the next life. Have you ever heard about the 3 Rs? With them, we prevent waste, pollution, flora and fauna extinction, and we promote a better world. But do you know that glaciers are melting? The New York City is flooding, and every year it decreases a surface of 2.1 millimeters, provoked by the deforestation for construction uses and the glacier melting. But not only New York, Mexico City, the Maldives, island of Samoa, and many other places are flooding. Now that you know how bad this is going, I invite you to be more informed about the 3 Rs and promote this information to your people. First of all, we need to know how can we apply the 3 Rs in our daily lives, because some people think they are hard or unnecessary. To have a context in the topic, let's start by knowing what are the 3 Rs and how, in what, and how can we apply it. Okay. The 3 Rs are conformed in 3 groups: reuse, reuse, and recycle. And it is the action that promotes the healthiness of the environment and that cares of it. What is reuse? Reuse is a process that avoids waste. An example is when you are taking a shower, you should take at least 5 minutes to avoid waste. And in the electricity, you can turn off lights that you don't use, the same for gas, services, and many other stuff you use in excess. What is recycle? Recycle is the most easiest thing that you can do. If you have an object you now don't need it, you should take it to a recyclable trash can to make new things, and it benefits the companies for not using too much materials and the environment for not damaging it. And reuse, what is that? I know that you have ever done it before, or your mom, when she uses the bottle of yogurt for the beans, or when she uses the containers for other things. In simple words, it is giving a second chance for future uses. By tiny actions, we could really make the difference. But wait a little bit. Do you know the damage factories make to the environment? It is painful to hear, but it is a reality. So I invite you to spend your money in better alternatives, and especially in products that are eco-friendly and inclusive. They could be cheaper than usual products. I told you about the 3 Rs, how to perform it in our daily lives. So with this said, I invite you to search more information about them, and with little actions we could make a big difference. Thanks for your time and happy Speech Day.
Ideas for a better healthcare. Hello, my name is Daniel and I come from the school Villa Educativa of Saltillo. When we think about healthcare, we always think when we have an accident, we always can afford to pay it. But for some people, when they have an accident, they just can't afford to pay it. So how can we solve this and how can we act to help those in need? To start with, we need to find what's our problem with healthcare. Healthcare for some and in some countries is just not very affordable. So people, when they have an accident or they injure themselves, they just can't afford to pay it. So now we can try to fix this by making healthcare more affordable in certain areas with no cost or very cheap. and we mostly can try to accomplish this by making law reforms on the healthcare system. Now we go to the big question. We can fix this by inspiring the government to make law reforms on the healthcare system. But so, how can we make medicine more cheaper? Well, medicine has become a business, and this is a very serious problem because medicine, how have I mentioned before, has become a business, and this is because mostly because of the prices of medicine in school, and because it's not very funded by the government. We can try to fix this again by making more affordable medicine schools and trying to make the government to make law reforms on the costs of healthcare. Now we have seen how can we fix this, but how can we make medicine in general more cheaper? When we think about medicine, we may think it's expensive, and it is when it comes to making a new medicine, as it comes around $2,500 billion to make a new medicine. But we can try to use technology to make these prices lower. Now that we have seen how to make medicine more cheaper in general, we can try to see how can we act to make more reforms and try to make accomplish this mission faster. Well, now we can try to donate to associations that improve healthcare worldwide, or we can try to make social protests to make healthcare more cheap in certain areas. What can we change? Sadly, unless we have a lot of influence, we cannot change much. But as I mentioned before, we can mostly try to do social protest or influence others to try to donate. Now we have seen almost everything, but great ideas but little progress. Even though all the funding on medicine and all the effort we have put on it, we still have little progress on accomplishing our mission of making healthcare more cheap and accessible for all. Well, for this, obviously, it requires a lot of effort, and this is something very difficult. But with all the information I have researched, I have come to the conclusion, even though it's difficult, it's not impossible. So we can still try. We can still constantly try on making healthcare more cheaper and better. Now we have finished our topic. With this, I want you to reflect about what can you do about this topic and what can you do about all the people that surround you and the problems they have. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Fania Esparza and I'm from Villa Educativa de Saltillo. I'm going to talk about ideas for a better awareness of animal life. Imagine being a puppy with a family and suddenly someone adopts you and gives you all their love. How would you feel? Animals in shelters also need a family like we do. Maybe you don't like the idea of adopting the pet that was in the streets, but not all of them are bad. People leave them when they get bored of them or because of another reason. As a result, those animals can feel useless, their self-esteem can be affected drastically, or they can even have depression. That's why they deserve a second opportunity. Today, I will talk to you about the reasons we should adopt a pet from the shelter. First of all, animals in shelters doesn't receive all the necessary care they need because most of those places are overcrowded. Of course, they eat, drink, sleep, and that kind of things most of the time, but there is something they need and also deserve: love. Even if they are treated kindly, they have to receive love from someone that really means it. Love like the type parents give to their children, love like the one a person receives from a partner or friends. That kind of love includes concern for well-being, health, affection, and, and acceptance, which lead us to the point we give food and even a place to sleep. That's the principal need. It's okay if you prefer to not adopt. It's understandable. But if you also want to help, there are other ways to do it. You can help by suggesting the idea to a person that may be interested. You can help by doing donations, which can be in money or colors in kind, houses, beds, food, plates, and other things. With that, shelters receive extra help with the things they need to offer the animals all the necessary care they need. You can help by volunteering. This is an excellent way to help by cleaning, playing with the animals, or even walk them. You can also help by participating in their sponsorships programs, and you can make sure one animal has all the necessary care it needs. In addition to the fact that when we adopt a pet from the shelter, grateful. It feels grateful and transmit us a feeling of happiness. There are other benefits too. It's already proved that having a pet reduces stress and other heart diseases. It reduces the probabilities of getting colds and having allergies. The odds of having allergies can reduce even a 50% in houses that have pets. It makes you more active. People who have pets are more active than the ones who don't. It strengthens your social life by offering you the opportunity to interact with other persons in your neighborhood, or when we take them to a walk, or when we take them to a pet shop. And it also improves your mood. Animals reduce depression and anxiety feelings by natural way. Now, if we think about it closely, adopting a pet from the shelter isn't a bad idea. You'll be helping the place, and the most important thing, you'll be an animal savior. So, what are you waiting for? Don't hesitate anymore and go help a shelter. There's an animal waiting for you. Thanks. How can we build positive relationships between teachers, students at school? Hello, my name is Denise and I'm from Educativa de Saltillo. Today, I'm going to explain you some ways to improve better relationships between teachers and students, the importance to connect with your students, and the empathic listening. First, the importance to connect with your students is that connecting with them is an essential aspect of teaching, as our research has shown that positive teacher-student relationship creates a better learning environment for all students, as it is also crucial to cultivate better relationships for having a better academic and social development. Now that we have discussed the importance to connect with students, let's talk about some ways to improve better relationships. For example, first, to know better your student, like know how they behave, what are they like, and things like that. To be patient and persistent to connect with your student. And last, to encourage your student to participate in class, since it is an essential aspect of better teaching. And last, the importance of the empathic listening. Empathic listening is just like a superpower because it involves truly listening what a student has to say. In the classrooms, we can use the empathic listening by validating emotions. For example, when a student has to say something, honor their experiences by actively listening. What are they saying? Now you know some ways to have better relationships between teachers and students, the importance to connect with students, and the importance of the empathic listening. Now, have you ever thought, what do you need to do to make the school a better place for everybody? Thanks for your attention.
Hi, I'm Azul and I'm from Villa Educativa de Saltillo. If you have health, you probably will be happy, and if you have health and happiness, you have the world you need, even if it's not all you want. Albert Howard. Each person has their own way of life, from social relations, consumption, entertainment, to dress code. These kind of characteristics are well known as a lifestyle, but not every lifestyle is always healthy. So that's why I would like you to talk about healthy lifestyles, because they are really important and they can also contribute to have a happy life and improve your quality of life. After this speech, you will say that you know a lot about what is a healthy lifestyle, what's important, and some basic habits of it. I want all of you to have information about this and also to try these habits to be healthier and happier. First of all, I can give you some definitions in general. A lifestyle is the way a person lives, and if it's healthy, is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or illness. Putting together all these points, we can arrive to the conclusion that a lifestyle is the aggregation of the decisions by individuals which affect their health and over which they have control. Another thing is a healthy lifestyle. That is the steps, actions, and strategies one puts in place to achieve optimum health. It is talking about responsibility for your decisions and making smart, healthy choices for today and for the future. So now we know what is it, but what are the basic habits, the little choices we make every day that have a lasting impact on your health and on your wellness? The first one that we all know and tried at least one in our lives is have a balanced diet. I'm talking about not to eat a lot of sugar like candies or sweet bread and not to eat a lot of bad calories like the fast foods. And I know that it's hard stop eating these delicious things, especially when we used to eat them every day or most of the days of the week. But you need to know that chronic disease such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, obesity, and diabetes are incredibly common these days. The key is to incorporate a variety of nutritious foods into your diet and avoid the processed foods. Then we have drinking of water because this helps to prevent dehydration and also think clearly, benefit your mood, and support kidney health. The third one is exercising regularly. Even if we don't have the motivation every day to do exercise constantly can help you to build muscle, prevent high blood pressure, keep the heart healthy, and build strengthen bones. And the last one, but not less important, is sleep well, because this allows the body to revitalize, renew, and replenish itself. So I already talked about what is a healthy lifestyle, why it's important, and some basic habits of it. So I invite you just to try some of these habits and investigate more so you can also have your own